A lot of that. I am Serene Arai-chan, your resident dealer from PNGTuber, and welcome back to Spongebob and the Seven Rings, where Spongebob is an ancient... I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I am joined here by my cute little, well not little, but tall little sister right here, lecchanskandra. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I exist and I breathe and stuff like that.
She also loves playing Doom and Marvel Rivals and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I love a lot of stuff, and I've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently.
So, if anyone remembers, last time we went to Shady Shoal. Fuck Shady Shoals, we're not gonna come back there ever again. So, the level we're gonna tackle today is Rock Bottom, which is where we belong, honestly. Yes, I want to enter Rock Bottom.
I am very familiar with this place.
Depths of Rock Bottom.
Yes, it is the episode where SpongeBob ends up
and souvenir t-shirts.
Where SpongeBob gets stranded in the middle of scenic nowhere in the strange, bizarre place.
It's even funnier because I've never actually seen the episode. It's just that much of a cultural phenomenon.
Oh, SpongeBob, I'm actually glad you're here. Believe it or not.
I'm glad I'm here too, Mrs. Puff.
The robots have stolen priceless artwork from the museum. If you can return it all to me, I'll reward you with a golden spatula.
Why do you want all that artwork?
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answer to.
I love that part so much.
It just makes me wonder what is the answer.
Consider the artwork saved, Mrs. Puff.
Yeah, what exactly does she want? Does she want with that artwork? I can.
What could be so scary that we can't be able to handle? It's a painting. What can you do with a painting?
I don't know. Keep it, resell it for a higher price.
Oh God.
In that case, that kind of thing would be called art theft, which is a very bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know I've already asked you this before we started recording, but how are you?
Scavenger hunt. 3 years
I'm
running.
fine. I am feeling really nice, especially now that I joined here, because I don't know, it makes me feel special.
I'm glad to have you here too. This is gonna be a bit of a more calm night, or not so calm, depending on how things will go in this episode, but it's always a good time when you're here.
The longer I get to be active somewhere, the less calm it's gonna get.
I gotta say, Bubble Buddy, for a bubble, you really get around.
My Bubble Buddy?
Yeah, Bubble Buddy. You remember Bubble Buddy from that one SpongeBob episode?
SpongeBob, the robots are
I remember him from his first appearance and from the time he forced SpongeBob to babysit his kid.
Ah, the later episode.
Yeah.
What if I lick all these stamps and mail myself?
Could work, but perhaps being sneaky would be faster.
Lecchan still watches cable TV cartoons.
You're lucky, we don't get much cable here. There's just something about cable TV that doesn't compare to online. Cable TV just does not compare much to. Wait, no. online streaming does not like doesn't have like the same kind of vibes or feel when it comes to like cable TV. You know.
Really? Like, is that true? Do you actually not get much cable over
Well,
there?
not anymore. We mean we do have
Well,
cable. I do have cable. It's just the online streaming kind of cable.
I feel like a new sponge.
yeah, well, here the classic type of cable is still like the primary thing, and online streaming is more for like special stuff, like for example Invincible, which I really love.
I see.
Actually, a little cool thing is that I don't know if other countries have this, but in my country, we have a channel on cable that's specifically made for like old cartoons that don't air on the primary channel anymore, which is very nice.
That is pretty nice.
It shines.
This is a very spooky place, as you can probably imagine.
Hmm. I did say I've never played or seen gameplay of this, but the more I look at it, God, the games that came out, like the cartoon games that came out during like this period, were all very similar, weren't they? It
Well,
reminds me a bit of
well, it was
there
because
was
of
a
that.
Ben 10 one.
Well, it was because of that, and also because they were like,
Sometimes pushing a simple
I
button
think
is the
like
most
Super Mario
satisfying.
Sunshine was
Push,
really
push,
popular,
push, push.
and like a bunch of
Yeah.
like game companies and studios wanted to capitalize off of it.
I actually miss this style of game, honestly.
There's been a bit of a resurgence of this style in recent years.
Huh?
Like mostly like in the indie scene.
Oh, indie. I'm not really up to date with indie stuff.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of a good example. There's Where She Come Home, where you play as like a funny little mushroom dude who has to get back home. It's one of those relaxing platformers where there is no penalty, but it still offers you some decent challenge. It's really cute and really cozy. I love it.
I see.
I'm rollerific.
I think I like. Oh shit! Okay, gotta hurry. Ah!
Oh, that's a timer. Oh,
And I fumbled the timer, so you have to get back up there again.
you know, a thing I've noticed is that I don't know how true this is, but it sounds true. If you think about it, when you perform something fastly, you kind of tend to actually do it really well and really fast when there is no timer in the corner. But when there's a timer in the corner, it adds the pressure to it, right? And you do it worse.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that.
I did. Oh,
Like,
I'm finding it very hard to word stuff right now. I think I'm a little shy.
it's okay. No need to be shy. But yeah, like, I do see your point. Like, I don't mind this kind of style unless it's like designed much better. Like, for example, this time limit is not designed very well. Like, you're expected to get over there with the ball, but as you can see, the steering of the ball isn't very good.
Mhm.
You're much
I
more
don't
better
even
off. You're much more better off just going on foot.
it doesn't even look possible to me. What? How?
See?
Oh,
It's much more better to go on foot than. Oh shit, okay. Ah.
ooh. I've had like an experience with this type of thing before. Because believe it or not, Doom Eternal has some stages that are like specifically platforming with a timer in the corner, which is weird, but I guess it's for bonus points. Usually, when I play that game, my brain is turned off and I do everything really well. But when I see the fact that I'm timed, I just keep fumbling. Wait,
That is
which
not
one?
the
Which one
intended
happened?
method, but I still did it. And I'm just
Oh,
casually. I'm just casually walking. Well, if I have a bunch of stuff launched at me.
is Squidward in this game?
He is in this game. I'm not sure
I
if we're gonna
love
see him in this
Squidward.
level though.
Aw.
Do you have Squidward themed pajamas?
Eh? Are you talking about the little yeah, I forgot the color of them. Were they pink? Pink? I don't remember. Doesn't Squidward sleep with like a little
Nightgown?
hat? Yeah, doesn't he also have a hat
Yeah.
for it? It's
I mean
so cute.
like a Squidward themed pajama where it's kind of like the same thing that he wears, but with Squidward, pretty much Squidward plastered all over it.
I would that it would make me actually wear pajamas to sleep. I usually just sleep in what I wore for the day.
I forgot to play as I forgot how to play as Sandy.
That is not how lassos work.
She's from Texas. It's fine. She's also the most broken character in this game, meaning that you can do a lot of speedrun exploits with her. It's smaller than yours.
There's another one. Well, that's awful pretty.
You want to hear a fun fact about Sandy?
Not as good as Texas barbecue sauce.
That's the fun
Did you know
fact.
that originally she was planned to actually be SpongeBob's love interest? But then they decided to scrap it because it would make it too weird. And they wanted to be like just a fun kids show with no stuff like that.
I can kind of see it.
There's actually I don't think it's this game, but there is a SpongeBob game in which you can go into SpongeBob's locker, and he has a picture of her in it. It's like a very old one before they decided to just scrap the whole thing. So it was a little nod to it.
I think there was like also like a TV special where I believe we talked about I believe me and the others talked about this before, but like basically SpongeBob and Sandy staged a play together. Is that where I fell? I don't remember where I fell. Yep, it's where I fell.
It was. I was paying attention to the conversation. I don't know. It's very difficult to look at two things at once.
Okay, as I was saying, they basically SpongeBob and Sandy got married at a special, but it turned out to be a play that they did.
Well, honestly, good idea for them to scrap it.
No, they didn't like get married. It was just a thing that was set up for laugh.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not against it. I'm just saying it doesn't really fit with the show, in my opinion. It's like it's a little. Doesn't really fit.
To be fair, there's a bunch of things in the show that don't really fit.
Recently, they've been actually trying to do romance, but I'm actually not against what they've been trying to do recently. I think they're trying to have Mrs. Puff and Mr. Krabs be together, and I think that's a neat idea.
Kind of thing worked better because, especially since it was like in the earlier seasons too.
I'm just not really into how they're doing it because I'm pretty sure one of the most recent episodes. I've seen so many people talk about it. They're very weirded out by it. It's like a whole episode where nobody says a single word. It's all noises. And it's just Mr. Krabs and Mrs. Puff on the beach. And then Larry appears, you know, the lobster, the buff guy. And it kind of turns into like a... it's kind of like a... NTR cuck stuff.
NTR!
Yeah.
I'm
not like.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get rid of that thing. The one with the Counter-Strike sound effect up there. I have to get rid of it. I hate it.
Oh god, I hate it too.
Come over here, piece of shit.
But yeah, modern SpongeBob really isn't it? There's a lot of like, there's a lot of butt stuff in it. Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It's weird. Oh. You know, in old times, there was this cartoon law on Nickelodeon, I think, in which like every show was not allowed to have more than like 2 or 3 seasons. And for some, not for some reason, SpongeBob really made it big, so they decided to just let it keep going. But imagine if they didn't.
That would just be it then. They would just be one of the next things.
No,
I
this
mean,
is my second job.
it would be sad, but would it also be good? Because it would have ended really nicely.
Shut off the museum's security system.
There have been like instances in the past where you could have just ended the Fairly Odd Parents right there, like for example.
Oh yeah, with
Channel
the special.
Channel
It was such a
Chasers.
perfect ending.
Channel Chasers is like a really good example of like the best way
Yeah.
to end your
It
series,
was,
but they didn't.
they didn't. They didn't because they milk. They want to milk. Is that Markiplier
Those pants
meme
are
where
already
he looks at the
wrinkle-free,
Minecraft
like
cow?
you.
Pay attention, kid. This is serious stuff.
I was like,
Now,
I
if we don't
know,
get this
kid.
robot thing resolved, Shady Shoals will shut down, and I'll have to move back in with my son and his wife and his 4 screaming kids. Now, you see that vent on the other side of the museum?
He's oh my god, Barnacle Boy is asking SpongeBob to be Seth.
Yes, sir.
That's
Have
where
you seen
exit
the
museum.
episode where they
Good luck,
explain
kid.
how Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy got their
Yep,
superpowers?
I remember that
I
episode.
won't let you down, Barnacle Boy.
Cause
It
I
was
just
like
love the conclusion. Like it wasn't anything special. They were like, "Man, I just feel like breathing water more than air."
especially with all the outlandish shit that they've been through in that sequence too.
Sometimes pushing a simple button is the most satisfying.
Ah.
Push, 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 push.
You know, for some reason, I've always wanted like I know that. I mean, they already kind of destroyed that whole wish, but Steven Hillenburg said he didn't want spin-offs of SpongeBob to exist. They made one recently with Patrick, which isn't good. But I always wanted a spin-off of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and just made to be like a superhero cartoon, just like them in their prime.
They
I
kind
thought
of,
it would be like a full premise.
there kind of been like glimpses of that in like other SpongeBob episodes where they are shown in their prime.
Yeah, there was that one where Patrick and SpongeBob kept trying to look at their special, and we saw like glimpses of it every now and then in the episode. And they were always really interesting. Or the one where they went in the past, and
Yeah, they went back to the past,
Wow.
play these shitty games that suck ass.
Feel like a new
it's
spot.
it's an AVGN joke.
You know, I never really thought that I was into SpongeBob, but now that I think about it, I can remember all of this. It's just very weird because it means I've seen a lot of SpongeBob, but for some reason I don't consider it a thing that was part of my childhood. Yet somehow all of this is still engraved in my mind.
What is this thing? Is it like a Nintendo Switch or something?
Hold on.
What even is
Looks
this?
it's like a sort of tablet, maybe.
Tablet, maybe. And all these like
Maybe it's a
cowboy
reference to something. Who knows?
cowboy boots and this rubber duck too.
Rubber duck.
I also probably know what you're going to say, so go ahead and say it.
What, the cowboy hat?
Cowboy boots, cowboy everything.
Reminds me of this video game I played recently.
Oh yeah? What's this video game called?
Time for a little sleepy sneak.
I don't remember. It was something about like a color.
Oh look, it's one of the scrap game concepts.
Oh, that's neat. I remember when games had Easter eggs. I just suddenly realized that I don't really see them that much anymore.
What the fuck? Why is Patrick dragging away a corpse?
What is going on? I mean, it's it's the SpongeBob meme photo. I love it. Easter eggs in general, though. I remember when I was little, there were so many. You know, there was like top number Easter eggs, blah blah blah. That was like a way to farm views back then. That was, ooh, those were the times. Those were the days.
Yes, the Milkinator.
I'm getting old. It's I'm starting to be like, huh, the way YouTubers milked for views was way better back in my day, you know? I just noticed it's starting. I'm starting to not understand how the youth works. And I'm just entering my 20s. It's not fair.
Where's the other button?
I do have an excuse though, because like I was born in a different time. Honestly, it's really cool. I grew up with stuff like DVDs. That's nice. I had a boombox. I don't have it anymore. I had to. It didn't work. I just threw it away eventually. It was huge though.
Okay, I see what I have to do now. Yeah, I understand. Like, I grew up in that era too, with the boom boxes and the DVD. We still keep a bunch of those DVDs somewhere too.
I had I don't know what it's called, but I believe a lot of people used to have those if they had a lot of DVDs. It was like a book, but it wasn't a book. It was every page had like a DVD holder, and you would just put the DVDs in it. It was like a storage for DVDs, right? I had one and it had so many things in it. I had like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so I lost it. I can't find it. It's somewhere in this house.
I hope you come across it.
I mean, even if I do, I don't think I have anything that can play DVDs in the whole house anymore.
What do you use your PS4 for?
I mean, can the PS4 play video DVDs?
It can, yeah.
Really?
I thought you
I
knew.
didn't know that. I thought it was like just games and stuff.
It also works as a
it.
DVD player too.
That's interesting. I never knew that. Cause like I'm very careful about stuff, so I would never stick in something that's not meant for it.
But now you know that the PS4 is also compatible with DVDs too.
Nice. Really nice. I'm gonna have to try that if I find the DVD book. That's what I'm gonna call it. DV book.
DVD book.
DVB. Yeah.
Okay, how the hell am I gonna... Ah!
Oof. Oh. Thunder. No, that was lightning. Thunder is the noise.
Hey, we're back here.
We are so back.
I am locking in.
You go first.
Okay.
There's it's a weird thing I wanted to say. You know, I actually didn't like Nickelodeon wasn't broadcasted here in the whole country until I was, I think, like 7 or 8. It's kind of sad, in my opinion. I missed a lot of stuff.
How do you feel about that one SpongeBob episode where Plankton builds a coliseum?
Plankton builds a coliseum. I don't remember that one.
It's basically,
That one. Is it an old one?
I think it's one of like, I guess it depends on your definition of old.
Like old, like
not like
first
old
years
old.
of SpongeBob. I mean, maybe I've seen it, but I don't remember it exactly.
I'm ready.
So it's basically like,
What happened?
basically, Plankton destroys the chum bucket, and he creates like a chum coliseum, where he like makes people battle to death.
I feel like a new
That's an
sponge.
episode?
Huh?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they had like a sea lion, they had like a giant lion too.
Like Gladiator, but SpongeBob?
Gladiator, but SpongeBob, yeah.
Speaking of Gladiator, damn, that's a good movie.
You really like that movie, huh?
I mean, yeah, I mean, the second one was nice. It's not every day that I see this happen with Avatar too. You know, usually when they take so long to make a sequel, it doesn't really feel nice. But it felt nice to me for this one, at least. And Avatar 2 was obviously, people like that one, right? I don't remember actually. I hope I'm not saying things that are wrong.
Just my size.
I just find it funny, like I just find it funny, like the thing with Avatar 2. It was completely overshadowed by Sonic 2.
Oh yeah, Sonic. Okay, I'm gonna have to confess, I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies yet.
Bikini Bottom scavenger hunt, 3 years running.
It's not like I don't want to, because I've always been a big Sonic fan. Like, I was really into it when I was little. My ringtone for my phone was the boss music from Sonic 2. That was a nice music. The one from the first film. Oh. Oh, you know what this game also reminds me of? I don't know if you know about this, but Ice Age had games, and they were like this. And I loved them, because Ice Age was one of my favorite franchises.
Gary, you're on an awful long walk, aren't you? Meow.
Gary!
The trench of advanced darkness, huh? Sounds dark. Okay, Gary, I'll be extra careful.
Our pet snail is sending us to hell.
Wow.
Wait, hold on, I can do it like here. But I can do it. It's gonna take some time.
No. Oh look! I recognize that hand.
It's Han.
I don't know his name, because obviously I think it would have been translated differently here.
Okay, he's not gonna let me do that easily.
You know, SpongeBob's voice actor is weird. He got to voice an annoying guy and his pet twice. If you didn't know, he also voices Ice King and Gunther in Adventure Time.
He does. You're right.
And if you you can look it up. By the way, this is really nice. There's an animatic voiced by him on the internet, where SpongeBob and Ice King meet. It's very funny. I always loved Ice King's voice. I like to sing with Ice King's voice when I'm bored. And I like doing little wanks whenever
Okay.
I feel like it.
Okay, that was mean right there. Did you see that?
I did. I was so in my own world. What happened?
I got pushed. I got pushed by this thing right here.
Let's off, you little pest.
Push.
And I'm gonna push this thing.
Well, I suppose
Vengeance
we'll
is
make
served.
Patrick happy. The shinier the better.
Okay, you're supposed to do this with Sandy. I mean, not Sandy, SpongeBob. Fun fact, the bus that you see whenever you swap character, the other half of it isn't actually modeled.
I mean,
Sometimes
makes
pushing a
sense,
simple button is the most
honestly.
satisfying. Push,
Cut
push,
corners
push,
everywhere
push.
you can.
This game pretty much cuts corners in the smartest way possible. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah.
Aww. I honestly love it to like find out the secrets of older games because it's very interesting to just look into how people would cut corners in order for stuff to work on the devices that were back then. Because it's very like I always love to talk about this because I'm like a huge Doom nerd, but Doom, which is like the birthing place of every FPS. I said it. It was the first big FPS, and people to this day think that the original Doom is 3D, but it isn't. It's just a bunch of 2D textures layered on top of each other, and it makes it look like 3D.
There's another game like that. It was called Donkey Kong Country, where the graphics look 3D.
Yeah, I played Donkey Kong Country. I used to play when I was little. The thing that Doom did differently, and the reason why people still really believe that it was 3D at one point, is because it's first person. So like when you walk around, you know, you see the walls moving and you can turn corners, but it's still all 2D. They somehow managed to do that.
Time for a little sleepy sneak.
Also, Doom, the original Doom can run on anything. Recently, they managed to make it run on the Google search bar, which is very funny.
You can even make it run. You can even make Doom run in Persona 5.
You can actually make Doom run in a PDF file.
You're like that one character from Nike, Gods of Victory. Her name is her name is Elay.
Yeah, Elay.
Yeah, her name is Elay.
Elay. This is like the 5th time someone tells me this.
Yeah, like her whole thing is that she wants to make Doom run on everything that she can think of.
I've seen her. I love her because I have the game. I got the game because my girlfriend is obsessed with it, and I wanted to get into it too. And she helped me get into it more. Honestly, I saw her gun, and it's a perfect replica. It's just colored. The original isn't colored. But it's a replica of the BFG used in the original Doom movie that starred The Rock. That one. The only difference is that the BFG from that movie is entirely black, and Alec's gun
Plankton,
isn't.
you best not be stirring up no trouble.
Nonsense! I only want to help. Help crush you all under my rise to power.
What was that?
Nothing.
Plankton.
Say, see those lasers there?
You mean them things that look like fancy washing machines?
To your puny brain, I suppose. You'll need to turn on each one of those in order to cross the last part of the trench of advanced darkness.
This better not be some kind of trick, varmint.
But what if it is a trick?
Wouldn't be the wouldn't be the worst thing Plankton has done with Sandy, honestly, if you remember the thing. The abomination.
The thing. I remember the thing.
Skinwalker Plankton was a
Skinwalker.
thing I didn't want to be real. That was also very like, back then, because like things, I don't think things like that would be allowed on children's television now. Wouldn't it be considered like too disturbing?
You say that. You say that, but there was an episode where Squidward gets his fucking toenail ripped off.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess they let SpongeBob do whatever. Didn't they canonize the creepypasta thing?
They did, but they did, but they ended up censoring it shortly after.
Yeah, they removed it after a while. They replaced it with like a baby Squidward or something.
Yep.
But still, that's interesting. Speaking of creepypastas, I remember how scared I used to be of them, and I recently looked into them again, and they're so stupid. Like, all of them seem, they probably were, honestly, but all of them sound like they were written by 14-year-olds.
Yeah, but they're a lot of fun to read, but
Slenderman is the only one I like. It's really good. Because, like, it didn't start as a story, it was just that one image for that one contest. And then the video project came out. What was it called? The Hornet thing.
Marble Hornet.
Yeah, that one. That's such a good thing. The whole thing is so good. Because I like it. It's not like other, scary monster projects. Because, I think in that whole movie, technically it's a movie if you put it all together, it's like hours of footage. It's, the Slender Man, or the Operator, that's how he was called then. He appears for 6 to 8 minutes, and that's it. And that's the best part. I love it.
I'm sure you're also aware too that there were also a bunch of Slender Man movies in Hollywood.
I don't like those.
I don't like those either.
No, I don't. No. They are. I don't like it when Hollywood tries to pick up trends. And I've talked about this before. I don't remember if it was on one of your streams or if it was in another voice chat. But I hate how Michael Bay literally confirmed that he's making a Skibidi Toilet movie.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was false.
It was? I hope so.
Like, it was made up to. It was like played up to be real, but it was actually. I think if I remember, it was actually fake news.
Okay, that's good. It still made it in Fortnite though, and I don't like that.
That
the worst
being the
part about it.
That being the case, though, it isn't entirely outside the realm of possibility for Hollywood to make a Skibidi Toilet movie.
The only thing that'd be stopping them is, I guess, the creators of Half-Life. But the creator of Half-Life is really into Skibidi Toilet.
Oh boy.
He even collects minifigures of it. And I mean, I don't think that's bad. It's like getting your project, getting love from the, person who made what basically all of your assets are based on. That sounds like you achieved something, honestly. I try not to hate on Skibidi Toilet. Because, the only issue I have with it is that I just don't get it.
I just, personally, I just find it very obnoxious.
Yeah, but then I remember back in my day, when I was little, I used to watch those weird, out of proportion mod animations, and they're honestly not that different. It's like the same thing. Everything you grow up with just repeats for the next generation in a slightly different way. Like how there was, like, when I was little, there was stuff like the Illuminati confirmed stuff, and then the next generation got the Amogus, because it's the same thing. You see a pattern, oh, it's exactly that, right? It's the same thing.
So what you're saying is that whenever somebody sees a toilet, they lose their mind.
I mean, I would say that the Amogus stuff is still
Southern
there,
elbow
and
grease can't handle.
that's the equivalent to the Illuminati confirmed. Because when Among Us became a meme, I was pretty much a teenager, so it wasn't really the childhood thing anymore.
I see, I see.
More of a Gen Alpha childhood thing.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Um, if you're hearing this, make sure to comment Illuminati confirmed in the comments below if you watched all the way through to over here. Only real ones would do that. Comment Illuminati confirmed, like the video, subscribe. Check me out too, I'm probably in the description. Silver, why did you goon my bra? Wang, 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 wang. Nonsense to me. Oh.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
You just Let me eat some of this pasta that I have here.
Creepy pasta.
Those creepy as the pasta.
Pasta. I wonder, is there a modern equivalent of creepy pastas? I feel like the younger generations would also come up with something.
There is analog horror if it counts.
Yeah, that's right. Honestly, I'm into it. Honestly, really good. Really been into a lot of them recently. I like to see them.
What is your most favorite analog horror?
Vita Carnis.
Of course, it's Vita Carnis.
I love that. The reason I do is because I really love world building in anything. Because I love to do it myself. And Vita Carnis just feels very natural. Like it's very well crafted, the whole thing. And I love it for that. And it has one of the best like mimic cryptids I've ever seen ever. I love those things.
What's so great about being quiet anyways?
There's also the back rooms stuff. Those aren't analog horror. I think they're like more of a
It's
more of a
Yeah.
successor to like SCP stuff.
It's more, but the background is more like a conceptual thing. I do like agree with the rest of the public that it feels a lot more scarier when there aren't any monsters involved.
I mean, that's still the original, because the original is exactly that, just a bunch of different levels that are pretty much empty. The one that got popular is just like an original take on the whole thing, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not. I just I like what's his name? Kane Pixels, I think, the guy who made it. I like his work, but I like him more when he works on stuff that isn't the back rooms. Like I don't know if you've heard of the rolling giant thing. That one I like. It's like a big guy that looks like Moist Critical. It's so funny. But it's also scary. Ooh.
Last piece of artwork accounted for, Mrs. Puff. I left no strange, glowing stone unturned.
Well now, nice work, Spongebob. The museum will finally be able to reopen, and here's your reward.
And that was it? Just reopening the museum?
What exactly was she gonna do with those paintings, though?
I'm ready for driving school to start up again, after all these robots are gone.
Maybe these
Oh,
robots aren't so bad after all.
Hey, there's nothing left for us to do here, so let's just go. This is a shorter level than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
We can enter this place.
What's this place? One of those guys. Aren't these dudes like usually in a group?
Yeah.
The ones with that face. No, but the ones that I know of are blue, right? What are they? Sardines?
Anchovies.
Ah, same thing. Oh, no, I think Flint Lockwood's dad would be very angry at me that I said that. That's a very obscure joke.
Oh no, I get the joke. I just liked the original book better.
Have you ever noticed that whenever they make a SpongeBob game, the whole map layout is completely different? Like, they never actually managed to put Bikini Bottom in, like, a consistent map.
I understand that. I do want to
Yeah,
get
they're
that. I do
very-
want to get that golden underwear though. Boop, boop. I did it.
Flash, Sponge wearing 5 pairs of underwear coming through.
Is this talk to Mr. Cranky here?
Your treasure chest's
Oh.
looking a bit light, boy. Do you think
It's
I've
the
got
lieutenant.
bilge water on the brain? I ain't running a charity here. Come back when you've got enough shiny objects to trade.
Well, yeah, we technically have enough to go to the next area.
Do we?
We
Go
do.
to the next area?
We do. 44. But let's check out Sand Mountain for the last couple minutes.
Alright. Bubbles. Oh, you know, speaking of bubbles, have you seen
where sea creatures go to
the
enjoy
new
an
thing
afternoon
that they want to
of
make like a
orgasm?
live-action Powerpuff Girls?
Oh, that is old news. That's
Squidward,
been
am I
canceled
glad
long
you're
ago.
here. I need to borrow your toothbrush again.
Really? I've seen photos of the bubbles from it, and I was like,
Oh
what?
yeah, lots of times. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind.
Fine. What do I care?
Oh,
I'm a
Squidward!
wreck-and-race.
I just
I'm trying
realized.
to get some exercise to relax from all this robot mess, and now everything is ruined.
Because of a toothbrush?
No, it's those blasted robots. They've taken over the ski slopes. How can I ski with those ugly things beating everyone up? Listen, SpongeBob, you've got to help me. I'm gonna lose my marbles if I don't get some relaxation.
I found if you keep your marbles in a bag, they don't get lost as often. In fact, I've got mine right here. It's embroidered with this love.
Forget the marbles! I got a better idea. If you get rid of the robots,
You know,
at the bottom of every
I've
slope
never
for me,
seen,
I'll
I mean,
give
now
you
that I
one of
grew
those
up, I've never seen
golden
Squidward as
spatulas.
cranky. I just got to see like a
Well, I don't
funny,
know. It's hard
funny
to beat
thing,
the
because he's like
extreme fun of
the
marbles.
only sane person in a cartoon, right? At least he was before the new episodes
Okay,
of
okay,
SpongeBob.
I'll give you one for each slope you clear.
Now that's a deal.
But a thing I've always liked about him is whenever SpongeBob like actually got sad in the show, Squidward would actually try to cheer him up. That was
It
really
isn't like
sweet.
Squidward is entirely heartless. Fuck! Wait.
I would say it is very controversial. Maybe actually no. I think people would agree. I think Squidward would be like a better friend to SpongeBob than Patrick.
That is kind of controversial.
No,
No, I'm joking.
Have you seen how horrible Patrick is as a friend?
I agree.
Like didn't Squidward save Christmas for SpongeBob once, just specifically for him?
Oh, hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Very sweet.
Just my size.
Gee, it's one of these things. I like to call this area the EA simulator, because you have to pay
Why?
to enter.
Oh my gosh. I've played an EA game before. I think it was Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's the only one I touched. No, actually, never mind. I forgot they own Plants vs. Zombies, don't they?
Yep, they do.
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
I've gone down
That's
this hill 100
unfortunate.
times, usually rolling. Darn kids think it's funny to push me, but if you can beat my time down the hill, I'll give you a golden spatula.
Golden spatula. Should we accept? Yeah, of course you're gonna accept the challenge. I'm Speed.
Ka-chow.
Good.
No, it's actually impressive that even though Plants vs. Zombies is owned by EA, somehow Rovio managed to make Angry Birds worse.
And then it was brought out by Sega. It's the funniest shit ever.
Really? I didn't hear about that. I kind of just canceled out everything about that franchise.
Again, it's like old news at this point.
Interesting. Didn't they get like hated on because they've recently started using AI art for everything?
No.
Well, because I've seen videos talking about it. Angry Birds specifically posting posters made with just AI, and they sent out an apology for it, which wasn't an apology.
This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I'm pretty sure it happened. I'm not that dumb. I can read news well sometimes. Those mountains looked like a row of teeth.
This reminds me of a Tony Hawk game.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
And I probably
played
get.
any of those games.
I also bet that you're probably gonna get the new upcoming Tony Hawk simply because Doom Guy is in it.
Yeah?
Well, he will be in it.
Wow. Interesting.
Someone
Good
better
to
make
know.
use of all these.
I will remember that. Probably.
Bug off, you pesky.
Yes, only you can play as the Doom Slayer while he does skateboard trick.
It's completely in character, by the way. Just saying. People always see the Doomslayer as this very serious guy, but he's like the complete opposite of that. I mean, not really. He's serious around other people, but like he's a goof. When you collect the little collectible toys in the game, he plays with them, and it's
He also,
funny.
he also has a gold. He also has a whole gamer pad too.
Yeah.
Howdy, Mrs. Puff.
Well, if it isn't Sandy Cheeks.
Do you react to the?
I've gone down this hill.
Oh, so you have to do it with SpongeBob, alright?
Oh, that is disgusting. Hold on. Oh my god. Now I'm just thinking about getting road rash on your tongue now. Ow.
It's funny too. Other characters like Patrick and Sandy slide down normally, but SpongeBob just uses his fucking tongue.
Even funnier because he's a sponge. the tongue that looks pretty much like flesh would be the only part of it that doesn't slide well.
Yay!
Let's go.
Congratulations! You passed with flying colors! Well, if it is...
Well, he did say for every slope we clear, he's gonna hit with a golden spatula, so let's see him. Where is he? There he is.
Get rid of those robots on the slopes, you barnacle head, and you'll find a golden spatula reward.
Oh. Alright, let's try clearing the other two. Flounder Hill. I read that it's Flounder Hell.
Do you think one day people are gonna know Squidward the same way as some people know stuff like Invincible as the guy from Fortnite? They will know Squidward as the what the Sigma meme?
If you can beat my time down the hill, I'll give you
I did
a
not
golden
understand the
spatula.
word you just said right now.
You know how some kids, like, they first saw stuff like Star Wars characters in Fortnite, and they think they're from Fortnite?
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
Like, what if some kids think that Squidward is from specifically that internet meme?
Younger kids, maybe, but I highly doubt it. Just like SpongeBob is a universal thing.
Yeah. SpongeBob will outlive us all.
And they will continue to make more SpongeBob until the death of the universe.
I actually saw, I think it was a what-if scenario of, like, an alien species visiting Earth, like, years after it was, like, everything on it died. And they were, like, looking in the ruins of it, and they found graffiti and stuff, and a bunch of, like, Among Us stuff, right? And they believed that Among Us was, like, a god, and there was, like, a ritual, like a religious ritual, that whenever you would see an inscription of Among Us, you would have to say stuff like, Among Us sus to the god.
Oh my goodness.
It's a funny thing, because, like, it's just exactly how, you know, that what the History Channel turns into after midnight, where they just take everything that's written, like, thousands or, like, a long time ago, they take it as pure fact, just because it's old. It's lovely.
Come on. Yay!
Just my side.
Oh, not the tartar sauce. No, not the tartar sauce. I've never had tartar sauce. I don't know how it tastes like.
It doesn't taste... It tastes really unusual, but it's paired really well with, like, have you ever had catfish nuggets? It's really good.
I've never had catfish.
I don't like catfish as a stew, but I like it better when it's like, you know, like chicken nuggets but catfish.
Right. sounds like I would like that. Like, I like fish in general. Sounds like I would like catfish nuggets.
Congratulations, SpongeBob! You beat my best time! Here's a spatula!
Behold! Is that a Sandman?
Yep, it's the same meaning.
From Spider-Man?
Yes, from Spode.
Thinking about it, there's a lot of things I've never tried, huh? Like a lot of very normal things I've never tried. I don't know what maple syrup tastes like.
It is very sweet and tastes like syrup.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's a syrup.
I'm built for speed with this aerodynamic physique. But I'll
But
give you a
like,
golden
oh,
spatula
look
if you
at
can beat my time.
the guy from the episode I talked about earlier. Larry. Thing about the whole syrup thing, you don't really see it used here, because I mean, in the West, you use it for stuff like pancakes and waffles, right? You put it on it?
Yeah.
That's like the norm. Well, over here, waffles aren't really that popular. They're more like a sweet thing, like you get it already made from the store, like you would get like little cakes, kind of. And pancakes are a completely different thing in Europe. Like they're not flat, they're rolled. They kind of look like that. And they are completely dessert here, where you don't eat them at breakfast or stuff like that.
It would make sense for something that you generally breakfast to be more like dessert.
Like, we consider them more like a thing you would eat in the middle of the day or like turn 9, you know, like you would do like a cake or any sort of like dessert that cake content make. And because it's like the batter is made sweet and you put it in a pan, kind of make you know, like a crepe, like how a crepe starts. And you roll it into a roll, but before you do that, you usually put like chocolate in it in the middle, or fruit jam if you want that instead. I like it with fruits more.
It just sounds pretty yummy.
Really? Yes, it is really yummy. I like it with raspberries because I love raspberries.
I love raspberry too. I got scared.
Oh. I love everything about raspberries except for when the little seeds get stuck in my teeth.
Come on. Come on. Boy.
I don't think you can do that. Ooh.
I could have cut corners if I did that.
Cutting corners reminds me of my Mario Kart days. Oh, I still have that game. I need to play it again.
Sometimes pushing a single button is the most satisfying. Push, 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 push. Oh, just my side.
But that's the thing though, with the whole pancake talk I had and all of that. Things are so different here, because like there's a lot of things I thought that were normal in the more western side of the world, which apparently aren't. And there's a lot of things that are normal in the more western side that are just not a thing here. And there was always stuff like I always wanted to try peanut butter, for example, And I couldn't do that until I was like an older teenager. Because it's like, you barely find it here, because nobody eats peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
It's very sad, because I tried it and I loved it so much. And now I'm just obsessed with it.
You don't say. Well, there must be a way up there.
Okay, it's not gonna let me cheat it. Or can it? No, it's not gonna let me cheese it. You can't strike a robot. Ah. Okay, I see.
Was that? Are the things that you can
Yep,
latch onto?
Yep, it's Texas.
That's funny. It's funny that I recognize that, honestly.
You're probably better at geography than me.
I'm not. I have no idea where the states are located. I hate geography. I didn't know that Greece was so small. It's apparently tiny.
Actually, I think that Patrick borrowed your equipment.
What? Who said he could do that?
I did. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind. Again.
Wouldn't mind? Of course I mind! It's only the most expensive skiing equipment you can buy! And what does Patrick want with that stuff anyway? He doesn't even know how to ski. I want the warm now!
He's freezing.
Let him free.
Yeah. Alrighty then. I think by the next time I pick this game up, I'll be heading off to the next area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save. I had a lot of fun tonight. It was really nice hanging out with you.
Thank you. I had fun too.
But are there any things that you want to say before we shut off?
I'm not good with like wording stuff, but you know, the usual, you know, you just, leave a like. Yes, do that. So cool. Subscribe.
You know you can promote your own channel too.
It's probably in the description. Wink.
I will link your channel to the description. Don't worry. Or the title too. Alrighty then. This will be it from us for now. But until then, we shall see everybody on the flip side. Sayonara.
Bye bye.